Hey guys, welcome back and happy Friday. Oh my gosh, guys, we made it to Friday and that's absolutely such an amazing feeling. I'm like, holy cow. First off, I want to start off by saying thank you to everyone who respectfully joined our interview with Jen Shaw yesterday. A lot of people kept asking me to talk about the legal drama. However, this was our own rendition of an after show, so it wasn't about the legal drama at all. As we know, Jen is waiting to go to court, so maybe after that we will have a different conversation. However, it was really supposed to be about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, her clearing up some stuff about TMZ and BravoCon and everything in between. So for all of you guys who supported, thank you. I appreciate the hell out of you. And it's always just great bonding with the Addams family. Now, in the meantime, we have a new podcast episode for Hot Messy Podcast that dropped today with Vanderpump Rules star Lala Kent. She's not only addressing her sobriety, she's addressing Jax Taylor's latest comments, relationship stuff, and her time on the show. So we really covered a lot in such a short amount of time. And we're going to be premiering the video version of that episode today, right after Hot Messy Topics. Hot Messy Topics is at 12 p.m., and then we're premiering the episode at 1 p.m. So lots to talk about, lots to discuss. Before we jump in, though, we're today in this pre-record talking about Kandi and the Gang. Kandi Burruss's latest TV show has been officially canceled. Not picked up, done, donezo, and we're going to mention it all. So if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so I have to say I wasn't shocked because I was going through my feed and I saw on Instagram, I saw where Reality Rundown posted a photo of the Kandi and the Gang cast and said, Kandi and the Gang canceled and not returning to Bravo for season 2. They said, castmates, we have very sad news. The Atlanta restaurant-based show that featured the staff of Kandi Burruss's Old Lady Gang restaurant is not returning to Bravo for season 2. During a recent Amazon Live event, Kandi Burruss said Bravo didn't pick up the show for another season. Instead, they decided to pull the plug on the cast. Now, I saw where some people were running wild with speculation as to why this is. I think, honestly, if I had to give an opinion on this, because Kandi and the Gang, I thought it was a great show. I met Kandi at BravoCon. I met Don Juan. I thought that they were absolutely sweet. You could tell she's like laser focused. She's such a businesswoman, and she's always, try. If it fails, try again. If it fails, try again. She pushes forward. Nobody can take away the fact that this woman, her business mind is just over the top. I think she's right up there with Bethany Frankel, Lisa Vanderpump, Kandi Burruss. Like, they're just machines in the best way possible. They don't stop moving. They don't stop producing new businesses. Now, fans were wondering, why would Kandi and the Gang be canceled? And was it because the show was lackluster? Honestly, I don't think that the ratings were the best, but the show had potential. This was originally supposed to be a Vanderpump Rules sort of spinoff, kind of, and not a spinoff of Vanderpump Rules, the show, but it was supposed to sort of be that kind of show, but based around Kandi's restaurant. I thought the cast was great. We had so much potential here. However, once you start incorporating the lawsuits and the shootings, there's a woman who's suing on behalf of her 14-year-old daughter, and that's because she was shot at, I believe it was in the leg, and she's had to undergo a few surgeries since then. And now she's suing Kandi and Todd Tucker and the restaurant, I believe, if I have that right. I think that there's just too much liability in it, because we were doing an interview yesterday with Dana Wilkie for the podcast, and I think that comes out on Tuesday, but in this interview, she was talking about how she started her platform, and the sole purpose of her platform was to open up the conversation for people just to kind of see, okay, what's your opinion on this? And she made an example out of Kandi's show, and she was like, listen, I think personally, I want to know, why do you guys think that there are multiple shootings outside of Kandi's restaurant? Why do you think that Kandi's restaurant keeps getting bad health scores? It's a great question. I think that being a restaurant, is it a restaurateur, a restaurantpreneur? I think owning a restaurant is challenging in itself. And then you're talking about maintaining a cast. And then on top of that, we're talking about the fact that Bravo has to have camera people inside of the restaurant. And then you have people walking in and just firing off weapons. That's a problem. I don't think it was because the cast wasn't talented, and I don't think it had anything to do with Kandi. I was going down the rabbit hole on Twitter, and people are like, well, Kandi constantly has failed shows. Guys, she's had shows on the network, and she's produced shows that don't necessarily always get picked up. But guess what? That does not stop her from consistently moving forward and making sure that she is going to keep on the grind and continue to put out more and pitch more shows. I think for Kandi, this is just another one in the hat. I think it's another feather in the cap, but she will eventually come out of this. She's still on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's officially the longest running housewife, and I believe the highest paid at this point. They were saying that her salary is somewhere around $2 million. And then, hold on, get this. So I'm looking and I'm reading Twitter, and it's like the worst thing that you can do. It gives me anxiety because I feel like people are so nasty on Twitter, and I don't even know why I go on there. I just really go on there to post my own videos. But I'm reading where people are like, Kandi doesn't deserve that paycheck, and she's only on the show because she has a big fan base. Is that true? Well, listen. When Bravo hires new talent, and I remember this because there was a girl who I worked with at TomTom, and she was a YouTube influencer. She had a big following, and she was always posting like makeup tutorials and stuff like that. And her social media following as well on Instagram, it was massive. So she came in to TomTom, literally did not have good work ethic at all. Like, I just thought she was so comfortable and kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but it wasn't a fit for her. She was more so like, okay, teach me how to do a couple of menu things and teach me how to serve a table, and that's great. I'll run with it and I'll be able to deliver whatever you want. In the meantime, I'm just going to wait around until the show starts. That way I can start filming. However, once we had her in the restaurant, I think that just her lack of knowledge and just really bad service pulled through. But I found it to be like kind of, I was just shocked at the fact, like, okay, we're interested in her because she has her own social media following. So then let's potentially bring her on the show when she has no real connections with anybody on the show to begin with. What kind of casting is that? But I'm not in the casting department at Bravo, and she didn't make it on the show. Instead, we got Charlie Burnett. Now, getting back to it, guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Why do you think Kandi and the Gang was canceled? I'm sure that you guys have a ton of opinions, and we can sit here and speculate all day. Regardless, the show's not coming back. I feel so bad for the cast because I think that they really pulled out all the stops in order to make it a great show. And of course, like I said, the ratings weren't incredible the first season, but it's a new show. We had to get to know the new cast. Eventually, I think the ratings would have been good, but this is the second flop in the last year from the Real Housewives of Atlanta as far as spinoffs. Portia's Family Matters, they didn't get picked up either. And I want to hear what you think. So go ahead and comment below. And before you go, don't forget that we have hot, messy topics today at 12 p.m., literally right after you watch this video. And then right after that, we're premiering our video version of our interview with Lala Kent from Vanderpump Rules. This is going to be one hell of a day, so stick with us, guys. I love you. I love the Addams family. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And if you're not into the video version of the podcast, just go over to wherever you get your podcast. Give it a listen. Give it a rating, a review. We appreciate all of it. Bye, guys. Love you.